All right, so you're ready to conquer YouTube in 2025. I get it. There's a ton of advice out there, though, right? It can be kind of overwhelming.
Totally.
So we've done the hard work for you. We've dug into top marketing blogs, listened to those YouTube superstars, and even, checked out some cautionary tales of what not to do. And today, well, we're going to distill it down to the pure gold, the do's and don'ts that actually make a difference.
I like it.
Avoid the pitfalls, get those actionable strategies, ready to dive in.
Let's do it. One thing that really struck me across all these sources, it's like the old YouTube playbook. It just doesn't cut it anymore.
Yeah, like just hitting record and hoping for the best. Those days are over, huh?
Exactly. We're seeing a huge shift. YouTube in 2025, it's less about chasing views and way more about building those genuine connections with your audience.
Okay, I'm all about that. So let's get specific. What are some of those big mistakes creators are still making? One that I saw pop up again and again was ignoring short-form content.
The shorts. I mean, think about it. Short form is exploding. YouTube shorts are everywhere. They grab your attention instantly, when you're scrolling through that endless feed.
Yeah, and they're so easy to watch. Bite-sized content.
Right. But it's more than that. YouTube's algorithm, it actually loves shorts, gives them a boost, even shows them to people who don't subscribe to your channel.
Oh, wow. So it's like free promotion.
Basically. Think of them as like little teasers for your main content. You hook people with a quick hit and then use those end screens or pinned comments, to send them to your longer videos.
So smart. Okay, another mistake that kept coming up was creators going overboard with ads.
Yeah, the ad revenue temptation, right? But honestly, it can backfire big time. I mean, if your video feels like one giant commercial break, viewers are going to bounce so fast.
Totally. Nobody wants to feel bombarded with ads. One blog suggested, for their short videos, keep ads to a minimum, maybe even skip them altogether.
Good advice.
And for longer videos, being more strategic about placement, like, during natural breaks or transitions.
It's all about respecting the viewer, right? They came for your content, not a sales pitch.
Absolutely. Okay, now this next one might seem obvious in 2025, but it's still a biggie. Forgetting about mobile viewers.
You'd be surprised how many creators overlook this. But think about it. Most people are watching YouTube on their phones these days.
It's how I watch everything.
Right. So if your content isn't optimized for mobile, you're missing out on a huge chunk of your potential audience.
Makes sense. I know I get frustrated if, the text is tiny or the thumbnail's all blurry. I just swipe away.
Exactly. So pay attention to those thumbnails. Make them bold, eye-catching, easy to see on a small screen.
Got it.
Text size matters, too. And hey, experiment with vertical video, especially for those shorts. It's all about making that viewing experience smooth and enjoyable no matter the device.
Love it. Now, this next mistake, I think it's so easy to fall into, not thinking like a viewer.
Oh, so guilty of this sometimes. We get caught up in the creator side and forget what it's like to be on the other side of the screen.
One of the sources actually suggested taking time to, analyze successful channels in your niche. Really pay attention to what's keeping you engaged as a viewer.
That is brilliant.
It's like a free masterclass. You can see what works.
Right. Ultimately, it's all about understanding what resonates with viewers. Why do they want to watch? Subscribe. Come back for more.
So it's not about what we as creators think is cool. It's what our audience actually responds to.
Exactly. You got to put yourself in their shoes.
Yeah.
What would make you click that subscribe button? What keeps you hooked?
Okay, now here's a surprising one that I saw a lot of debate about. Getting fixated on subscriber counts.
The subscriber obsession. I feel like that's been a thing forever.
Right, but one YouTuber actually said, subscriber count isn't the be-all and end-all in 2025.
It's a mindset shift, for sure.
Yeah.
Because while growth is great, it's more about the quality of your audience, not just the quantity.
So having a smaller but super engaged community is actually more valuable than a huge following of people who don't really interact.
Think about it. Would you rather have 1,000 subscribers who are truly invested in your content, leaving comments, sharing your videos?
Yeah.
Or 10,000 who just passively watch and move on?
I see your point. So it seems like we're moving away from those vanity metrics and focusing more on building genuine connections.
Exactly. It's about fostering a community.
All right, so we've talked a lot about what not to do.
Right, those YouTube landmines to avoid.
But now let's flip the script and get into the DOs. What should you be focusing on for YouTube success in 2025?
Let's get into those actionable strategies.
I'm ready for the good stuff. Give me those tips.
Well, and this probably won't surprise you. It all comes back to that core idea we keep coming back to, connecting with your audience on a human level.
Okay, I'm loving this. So DO number one, focus on people. But how do we actually do that in our videos? Give me the specifics.
One source put it perfectly. They said, viewers want to see real people talking about their jobs.
Oh, I love that.
It's about stripping away that, perfectly polished facade
Yeah.
and just being authentic.
It's like we're craving that behind-the-scenes glimpse, right? That real person behind the brand.
Exactly. And that authenticity builds trust with viewers, too.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. What's next on our list of DOs?
Strong calls to action are essential. I mean, you could have the most incredible video in the world, but if people don't know what to do next, it's all for nothing, right?
Right. It's like reading an amazing book and then realizing, wait, there's no next chapter. So how do we effectively guide viewers to, take that next step?
Clarity is key. Whether you want to subscribe, check out your website, join your email list, make it super clear what you want them to do, and don't be afraid to remind them throughout the video.
One tip I saw that really resonated with me was making it super easy for viewers to take action, like include links in the video description, use end screens strategically, maybe even create some cool graphics.
Love those ideas. You want to remove any barriers and make that next step as seamless as possible.
Okay, shifting gears a bit, one theme that kept popping up was the importance of community engagement. It's not enough to just create and upload, right? We've got to interact with our people.
Think of your channel as like a virtual hangout spot.
Ooh, I like that.
You want to create that welcoming vibe where people feel comfortable sharing their thoughts, asking questions, connecting with each other, respond to comments, host Q&As, even create dedicated community posts.
I saw one YouTuber mention actually addressing viewer feedback in future videos, like showing your audience that you're listening.
Such a powerful way to build that sense of community.
Now, let's tackle a topic that I think can be a bit intimidating for some creators. Yeah. Data analytics. I'll be honest, I get overwhelmed by all those numbers and charts sometimes.
I get it. It can be a lot. But one blog had this great analogy. They said, ignoring your analytics is like trying to navigate a maze in the dark.
Oh, that's a good one.
You're basically stumbling around blindly.
So how can we use data to actually make, smarter decisions about our content?
Focus on those key metrics that give you real insight.
Like?
Things like audience retention. How much of your video are people actually watching?
Right.
Average watch time, click-through rates on your end screens, even comments and shares.
Yeah.
Those can give you so much valuable information.
It's like having a roadmap, right? Instead of just guessing, we can use data to actually guide our strategy.
Exactly. Takes the guesswork out of it.
Yeah. All right, last DO on our list. And this one might feel a little counterintuitive to some creators collaborating with other YouTubers.
Oh, yes, the collaboration conundrum.
Right. It's like, aren't they our competition?
It's easy to fall into that competitive mindset, but honestly, collaboration can be a win-win.
In what way?
You get to tap into new audiences, create more diverse content, and build relationships within the creator community. It's like building a support system.
I love that.
Think guest appearances, joint projects, even just shout-outs on social media. It's all about fostering that spirit of collaboration, not competition.
So we've gone from those YouTube pitfalls to avoid to some really powerful DOs.
Right, focusing on the human element, strong calls to action, community engagement, collaboration.
What's the main takeaway here? What have we learned?
I think the big takeaway is that YouTube in 2025, it's about so much more than just uploading videos. It's about creating a space where people feel connected, engaged, inspired.
It's almost like we've shifted from YouTube 1.0 to YouTube 2.0, where authenticity and community are king.
I like that. It's a new era for sure. And it all begs the question, if YouTube is all about connection, what unique value can you bring to the platform that will truly resonate with your ideal viewers?
Oh, I love that question. It's not just about following the rules, it's about tapping into what makes you and your content special.
Exactly. What stories can you tell? What knowledge do you have to share? What's your unique perspective that will make people stop scrolling and want to be part of your world?
This has been such an eye-opening deep dive. We've busted some myths, uncovered some really powerful strategies, and hopefully inspired you to, take your YouTube channel to the next level.
Remember, YouTube's success in 2025 isn't about chasing trends or trying to be someone you're not. It's about building that foundation of authenticity, engagement, and genuine connection. Go out there, create amazing content, connect with your people in a way that only you can. We can't wait to see what you achieve.
Okay, we talked about those YouTube landmines, the things that can really trip you up.
Right, those mistakes you want to avoid.
But now, let's shift gears a bit.
Okay.
Let's get into what you should actually be doing to succeed on YouTube in 2025.
Right.